Hi all, welcome to the marquee matchups for the 1st of September. This is now hopefully the final month of FIFA 17 marquee matchups. I didn't expect them to keep going, but proved us wrong. Hopefully you find this useful. As always, let me know in the comments down below what you fancy for this week, so if you can smash the like, spell some sub to the channel for you now. Follow me on Twitter at GSLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. So 5 routes with several from Europe, then Asia and Americas. So the first route is the France-Netherlands game. Quite fancy it because of Netherlands have got a lot to play for if they want to qualify for the World Cup, and France are in a good position as well, and they should do quite well. But for me personally, this would probably be one from both nations, and then exactly rare gold, exactly gold, and then so many rares, and then maybe so many nations. I'm thinking at least 4 rares. That seems to be what they've been doing, 4 or 5 rares, and then 3 or 4 nations because it's international break. I've kind of tried to go like French and like Swiss League, but it's kind of worked quite well. Probably 10 to 12k, sorry, but as a whole shouldn't be too difficult as long as you cover those main specific requirements that are kind of set out there in the overlay. Then with the Australia-Japan game, they featured way back start of FIFA, and we've never had it again since. I think they played once and it never featured, but I quite fancy it with it being the end of FIFA, and they need a kind of a lesser route, and this would be the kind of lesser route to feature. Your only maybe overall requirement, if anything, would be 70 overall rating, but as I've seen with the MLS route this week, they didn't feature an overall requirement, so potentially they won't do it with this. But one from both nations, and I would say 7 to 10, I quite fancy it in all honesty, I really do, as the lesser option. It would also be not too expensive, I think, in the long run if you've still got these players sitting spare in your particular club. I know I have, so it's kind of handy with Japan and Australia, so I'm sorted there. Then Germany versus Czech Republic. I've chosen this game as an alternative to the big 2 games in Europe, which is also France, Netherlands, and also the Spain, Italy, which I'll feature in a minute. I've went with an EPL route and then just kind of went Peterson of Freiburg up top and Vaslik in goals. Just means we've got the German and the Czech route. I should have, in reality, I don't even need to go Nils Pedersen, I can go an EPL striker and it would be kind of sorted. I just kind of made an absolute muck up of the route in particular. I've been thinking of different ways. I was also thinking of leagues, because I think they might go 3 leagues with this, because you could easily go just 2 leagues and it would kind of scupper your particular route. So keep that in mind. They may opt for a leagues requirement for some of these particular SBCs. Then Spain, Italy, I've just went an EPL route. I know in theory they may not look at making it 1 league, they might ask you to at least do 2, because they would imagine a lot of people will go the Adrian Ogbonna route or the Ogbonna Bellerin route, so you've got to keep that in mind, because Ogbonna is the only Italian EPL players now, because you used to have Barini as well. But keep that in mind in terms of how they prepare that, but it'd be quite clever if they were to just keep it to, if you could at least just do 1 league and get away with it. It would make it so simple and would be very, very cheap actually, I feel, if this particular route was to crop up. Because it wouldn't be too bad, because it would be relatively cheap if it's EPL. And the last route I'm featuring for the week is the Uruguay versus Argentina game. For me personally, I would say look at, if you can get away with only like 1 league, then look at La Liga 1-2-3. Honestly, the whole league is dirt cheap. Guys, like the whole back 4 are practically their discards, same for the midfield, same for the goalie, and in all honesty, it's simple. I've only thrown in Vieto and Abel Hernandez because both are what are in the club, and I was just looking at around leagues using those 2 players, and I thought, oh, this is relatively cheap and straightforward, and I thought, let's go with this route. I could easily take the 2 strikers out and go for Liga 1-2-3, but I thought we'd just at least have an extra league in, extra 2 leagues in, just in case we have 3 leagues as an option, which would be quite clever of them to do. So that's kind of the way I thought about it. As I said, plenty to cover with the 5 routes. I know there might be looking at Central America as well as an option, but hard to 100% say. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you know. Let me know in the comments down below what you fancy, and I will catch you all later.